Students, today in this session we are going to discuss how an organic compound can be named by using some IUPAC rules. By using these IUPAC rules, how the name of an organic compound can be arranged. So in the previous video we have discussed the syntax, that is how the name of an organic compound can be arranged. So the syntax mainly consists of root word and suffix and prefix. Root word, suffix and prefix. So suffix is again divided into two types, primary suffix and secondary suffix. Prefix is also divided into two types, primary prefix and secondary prefix. So we have already discussed about this one in the previous video. I will give you the link in the description. You first go through with this video and then you can easily follow the examples. So now in this video we are going to discuss how the name is assigned by taking several rules that is given by IUPAC system. Okay, so let us take the first one to explain the first rule. So take some examples. So the first one, so take this molecule. So now the first one, it consists of, we have to fix the root word. The first step is to fix the root word. So root word indicates number of carbon atoms. So now we have to select the longest continuous carbon chain. So here if you take this chain, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons are there. So if you take this chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons are there. So this one is the longest continuous carbon chain. So we have to take this chain only. So the first rule is we have to select the longest continuous carbon chain. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons are there. So that's why we have to write a root word, that is pent for 5 carbons, pent. So first one root word, and next after fixing root word we have to go for primary suffix. So primary suffix indicates nature of carbon-carbon bonds. So all are carbon-carbon single bonds. So that's why we have to write N here. So pent plus we have to write N here. So after fixing primary suffix we have to go for secondary suffix. So secondary suffix indicates nature of functional groups. So is there any functional group? No. So that's why we have to leave some space. And next after fixing secondary suffix we have to go for prefixes, that is primary prefix. So this primary prefix indicates whether the given compound is cyclic or not. So the given compound is not cyclic. So that's why we should not write anything here. And after fixing primary prefix we have to go for secondary prefix. So this secondary prefix indicates the nature of substitutions. Substitution means which is left remaining root word, that is CH3. So here it is the substitution. So CH3 means we can call it as methyl. So we have to write here methyl. Okay. So now we have to mention at which position this methyl group is present. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons are arranged like this. So at the third position methyl group is there. So we have to write 3 at methyl. So 3 methyl. So here 3 is called locant. Locant means which locates the position of substitution or functional group, anything which locates the position is called locant. Here 3 is called locant. So totally the name is called 3-methyl pentane. We can write it as 3-methyl pentane. So this is the name of the compound. So the first rule is we have to select the longest continuous carbon chain. We should not select this chain. This chain consists of only 4 carbons. So we have to select this chain. Okay. And next second one. Let us take the example, another example. So again we have to select the longest continuous carbon chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This chain consists of 5 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This consists of 6 carbons. So that's why we have to select this chain. The first rule, longest continuous carbon chain. So now we have to locate the position of this substitution. So here substitution is there. So while locating the substitution, the second rule is the lowest number should be given to the substituted carbon. So first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms are there. So we have to write hex, and all are single bonds, carbon-carbon single bonds. So the root word is hex. For 6 the root word is hex, and primary suffix indicates the nature of carbon-carbon bonds. All are carbon-carbon single bonds. That's why we have to write N, hex plus N plus secondary suffix indicates nature of functional group. There is no any functional group, so we have to leave. And before that we have to write whether it is cyclic or not. So it is not cyclic, so we have to leave again some space, and before that we have to write the substitution. So here the substitution is presented third carbon, but not like this 1 2 3 4 5 6. We should not number like this, we should number these carbon like this only, because the second rule is the substituted carbon should possess lowest number. Okay, the lowest number should be given to the substituted carbon. That's why this order is correct, this order is wrong. So we have to take 3-methyl. So here we have to put 3-methyl. So at the third position methyl group is there. So that's why 3-methyl hexane. So the total name is 3-methyl hexane. Okay, and next third one. Let us take another example. So now we have to first fix the root word. So root word indicates number of carbons. 1 2 3 4 5 6 carbons are there in this chain. Suppose if you take another chain 1 2 3 4 5 6, this chain also consists of 6 carbons. So you have to take any one of these chains. So let us take the straight chain. So it consists of 6 carbons. So we have to write hex here, hex, plus all are single bonds. So we have to write en, plus there is no any functional group, and before that we have to write whether it is cyclic or not. So this is not a cyclic, and before that we have to write substitutions. So what are the substitutions here? Bromine and methyl group are there, Br and CH3 is there. So suppose if you number like this 1 2 3 4 5 6. So here we got 2 and 4. Suppose if you numbered like this in this direction 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the substituted carbons possess 3 and 5 here. So the locants are 3 and 5 here. Here the locants are 2 and 4. So now which order is the correct order? So in this example we have to take the lowest sum rule. Lowest sum rule indicates we have to take the sum of the two locants. Which sum gives lowest sum, that is predominant. So here the sum of 2 plus 4 gives 6 here. Sum of 5 plus 3 gives 8 here. So the lowest sum is this one. So this order is correct, this order is wrong. So we have to write like this. So 2-methyl 4-bromo, 2-methyl 4-bromo hexane. Okay. So here is another rule is there, 2-methyl 4-bromo. Here bromine is there and methyl is there. So we have to write this substitution in alphabetical order. So while writing the 2 or more substitutions, we have to arrange them in alphabetical order. So that's why the name will become 4-bromo and 2-methyl hexane. Okay, clear? The name will become 4-bromo 2-methyl hexane. We have to write the substitutions in the alphabetical order. Here bromine and here methyl group is there. So you have to arrange these two in alphabetical order. Okay, clear? And next, let us take another example, that is the next one. So here what is the root word? 1 2 3 4 5 6 carbons are there. So the root word is hex, plus all are single bonds. So we can write en. There is no functional group, and before that not cyclic, and before that we have to write substitutions. How many substitutions are there? 1 2 3 substitutions are there. Here it is chloro, methyl and chloro. So 2 chloro substitutions are there. So if there is 2 or more similar substitutions are there, we can write di, tri, tetra like this. Di, tri, tetra like this. So if there are 2 similar groups are there, similar substitutions are there, we can write it as di. So here dichloro, we can call it as dichloro, and one is methyl. So in the previously discussed we have, that is alphabetical order. So we have to write first chloro and then methyl. Okay, dichloro methyl, And what is the locant here? Locant means which indicates the position of substitutions. So locant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this order we got 2, 3, 4. So we have to add this 7 plus 2, 9. So here the sum is 9. 4 plus 3 plus 2, 9. So if you take like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 plus 4 plus 3, we get 9 plus 12. 12 here, 9 plus 3, 12 here. So this is wrong. So this will be the correct order. So what is the number? 2,4-dichloro. 2,4-dichloro. We can write it as dichloro. And methyl. Third position, methyl. So we can write it as 2,4-dichloro. 2,4-dichloro and 3-methyl hexane. So the total name is 2,4-dichloro 3-methyl hexane. So here another rule is there, that is we have to put a comma in between two locants. If there are two or more locants are there, we have to put a comma. That is also one of the rule. And we have to put an hyphen between locant and a word. Here it is a locant and it is a word. In between locant and a word, we have to put an hyphen. Okay. So in these examples, there is no any functional group. So let us take some more examples with some functional groups. Okay. And next one. Next example. Let us take this example. So the first one, root word is but here plus all are single bonds. So N here. The function group is OH here. So function group OH means this is belongs to alcohol. So if the function group is alcohol, we have to write ol at the place of secondary suffix. Okay. The function group OH, that is alcohol. If it is alcohol, we have to write ol at the place of secondary suffix. Okay, clear? And next, before that there is no any substitution and the molecule is not a cyclic. So the total name is butane plus ol, butanol or butane 1-ol. We can write it like this, or simply the position is 1 only. So that's why we can write butane 1-ol or butanol also. So this one is the correct order. Okay. So this consists of functional group, OH function group. And the next rule is the lowest number should be given to the functional group carbon. So here the functional group is present on this carbon. So that's why we have to count from this direction, but not from this carbon. Okay. This will become first carbon. That is also another rule. The lowest number should be given to the functional group carbon. Okay. And let us take another example. That is this one. So take any substitution here, this one. So we have to count from substituted carbon. Here the functional group is aldehydes. So 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. So total number of carbons is 4. So but plus all are single bonds N plus here that is aldehyde group RCHO. It is in the form of RCHO. So it is aldehyde group. So you have to memorize all the secondary suffixes. Okay. So this is aldehyde. We have to write Al all here. So before that we have to fix substitution. Here it is not cyclic. So we have to go for substitution. So here chloro is there. So 4-chloro. 4-chloro. So total name is 4-chloro butane 1-ol. 4-chloro butane 1-ol. Okay. And next another example. Let us take this one. So here the total number of carbon atoms is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 means pent. Pent plus all are single bonds. All are single bonds, or is there any double bond is there? Here all are single bonds. We should consider the carbon-carbon single bonds or double bonds only. We should not consider carbon-oxygen bonds. We should consider only carbon-carbon bonds. Here the double bond is C double bond O, that is carbon-oxygen double bond. Okay, clear? So here all are carbon-carbon single bonds. So we have to write En plus function group is here R COR. So here it is ketone. So ketones we have to write ONE. So before that not cyclic and there is no any substitution. So the total name is pentanone, that is pentanone. So totally pentanone. So where the keto group is there, we have to number from this direction 1 2 3 4 5. So at the second position there is a keto group is there. So we have to write pentane 2-one. Okay, clear? And next, so by taking some more examples you can easily understand this one. This will take some time, so don't skip on this video. You can go through with all examples. If you have clarity by taking all functional groups, you can easily understand the concept. So take 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 carbon atoms are there. So you have to arrange from the function group only. So that is the lowest number should be given to the function group carbon. So third position methyl group, fourth position is bromine. So 5 carbons means pent plus all are single bonds N. Here function group is COOH. COOH means we have to write oic acid. Oic acid, and the substitutions are bromine and methyl. So first we have to write bromo because in the alphabetical order bromo. So that is 4 bromo and 3 methyl. So totally we can write it as 4 bromo 3 methyl. We have to put hyphens also. Pentane 1 oic acid. Pentane 1 oic acid. So like this. And next, ninth one, CH3 CH2 CN. So here RCN, it is in the form of cyanides. So cyanides are called as nitriles. In the IUPAC system, cyanides are called as nitriles. So you have to write nitrile. So how many carbons are there? 1 2 3. 3 carbons are there. So we have to write prop. Prop plus N plus, here the function group is nitrile. Nitrile. So there is no any substitution. So the total name is propane nitrile. Okay. So here is another example which is similar to this one, that is CH3 CH2 and NC is there. So NC means isocyanates. Here CN means cyanides. Here it is NC means isocyanates. So how can you call it as? So we have to number from function group carbon. So here the function group carbon is here 1 and 2 only. So here the root word is eth only. So here there are 3 carbon atoms. So in case of cyanides we have to consider the function group carbon also into consideration. In case of isocyanate we should not take the function group carbon into account, that is into root word, because here there is no continuous carbon chain. Here carbon and nitrogen linkage is there. There is no continuous carbon chain is there. Okay. So here we have to consider only 2 carbons. This carbon is not in the continuous carbon chain. So that's why we have to consider 2 carbons. So that's why here the root word is eth only. Eth plus N. Ethane. NC means isonitriles. Ethane isonitriles. Okay. Ethane isonitrile, or it is also called as ethane carbylamine. Ethane carbylamine. So isocyanates are also called as carbylamines. So here understand the difference between these two. Here we have to consider the function group carbon also, because there is a continuous carbon chain in case of cyanides. But in case of isocyanates there is no continuous carbon chain. So that's why we have to consider these 2 carbons only. This carbon should not considered into the root word. Okay. So that's why here prop, here eth. Okay, clear? And next, let us take this example. So this example consists of 2 functional groups. The first one is COOH, other one is NH2. So this type of this type of molecules are called bifunctional molecules. So in case of bifunctional compounds, here we have to consider one functional group as primary. That is, here the function group COOH is suffixed functional group. This is called suffixed functional group. This is suffixed functional group, whereas NH2 is called prefixed functional group. This is prefixed functional group. That means this function group can be considered into prefix, whereas this function group can be considered into suffix. So how can you say whether it is prefixed function group or suffixed function group? So there is a rule. In case of bifunctional compounds, we have to arrange the functional groups according to the following order. So that is, we have to give the first preference to acids, and then for sulfonic acids, and then for esters, then for acid chlorides, and then for amides, C double bond O NH2 amides, and then for cyanides means CN, and then CHO, and then keto group C double bond O group, and then OH group, and then NH2 group C double bond C, and then C triple bond C. So like this, we have to follow this order. So the function group priority should be given in this order. So we have to give first preference to acids, and then to amines. Here amines are here. So the first preference means suffixed functional group is acid, and the prefixed functional group is NH2. Now we have to write like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 only. So here the root word is bute, plus all are single bonds means ane, plus here oic acid, and the substitution is present at third carbon. So 3 amino. If NH2 is there, we can call it as 3 amino. So that is 3 amino butane 1 oic acid. This is the total name of the molecule. Okay. So in case of bifunctional compounds which consists of 2 or more functional group, one functional group should be considered as prefixed functional group, other functional group can be considered as suffixed functional group. So the suffixed functional group will get highest priority. So that is, the order of functional groups should be in this order. So we have to remember this order also. Okay. And next one. So here C double bond C is there and C triple bond C is there. In case any molecule consists of both double bonds and triple bonds, the first preference should be given to the double bond only. Let us take another example to clarify this one. So CH3 CH double bond C triple bond CH, like this. If you take this molecule, so here single bond is there, double bond is there, and triple bond is there. So now we have to consider highest priority should be given to the double bonded carbon. So we have to count in this direction: 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, but not like this. So here the total root word is bute, plus double bond is present at second carbon. So 2 ene and 3 ine. Okay. Second position double bond is there, at the third position triple bond is there. So total name is bute 2 ene, bute 2 ene and 3 ine. So this is the total name. So in case of any molecule which consists of double bonds and triple bonds, the first preference should be given to the double bonded carbon only. Okay. So and some more function groups are there. Let us discuss in the next video. So here so many examples are there. So you will I think you will be bored. So if you take some more examples, you can clarify with those. So here the remaining function groups are esters and ethers are there. Esters, ethers, mainly these two function groups are there. So we can clarify in the next video. And also there are some more cyclic compounds are there, cyclic compounds, and also some condensed systems. So we can represent these carbons in the condensed systems also. And some aromatic compounds are also there, cyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. So in the next video we will discuss about those. Okay. So here is a small question for you. You can write the IUPAC name of this molecule. IUPAC name of this molecule. So please comment me on the comment box with answer. Okay. So here two double bonds are there. So if there is two double bonds, we can write it as di. Here is a clue for you. You can write it as di, and you can answer in the comment box. Okay, thank you. Like this session, share the session, and subscribe to my channel. So in the next video, we will go for these functional groups: esters, ethers, and cyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. Thank you.